Welcome back everyone to Horror with Heidi. I'm Heidi and this is Disturbed Part 4. Try and keep my recap a little bit shorter this time. So we left the lake to proceed up the trail more. We came across a well which we fell into and drowned when we were trying to grab a coin that was in there. We came across a field and a circular arrangement of pillars. In the field, we saw a unicorn quickly run past us. We were not able to catch it. We have to find something apparently to charm it, and then it's supposed to help us on our journey. With the circular arrangement of pillars, there is an indentation in the middle of it where it looked like something circular was supposed to rest, which I believe is the orb that's at the bottom of the lake that we also have to find a way to get out. So we were at a dead end at that point, so we went back to the fork in the road, and this time we went right instead of left. We came to a gated off area, which we haven't checked into yet, and to the right of that one was a tree with a hole in it where there was something shiny we could see. When we went and inspected the hole in the tree, we found there was a 3-button passcode that we needed to open something, so after I think about 12 attempts or so, I managed to open it. We then were taken into an underground kind of cave-like maze, which we explored a little bit. I think we died twice. Yes, we died once at the hands of some crazy tentacle monster, and we died a second time at the hand of what else but a giant poisonous mushroom. Oh. Actually, no, the mushroom didn't kill us. We went to approach the mushroom. We stepped into what seemed to be a puddle, but was actually a bottomless ocean of some kind, and we once again drowned. So we drowned twice in that episode. Awesome. So now we're just going to continue making our way through the mazy cave. Alright, so we're back at the beginning of the cave, which was this choice of 3 different pathways to go to. So I believe the left just took us in a loop. We kept going around. Forward took us to the tentacle monster, which I actually believe we were able to get past it. We just made the wrong choice. So I'm going to try forward again before we try going right again. Okay, so last time we went left. I'm going to try and go right and see if we can get past the monster that way. Otherwise, we have to go back to where we were before and just keep going down the right path. Nope, didn't work. Okay, so forward and left are a no-go. We have to just keep going right and see what we can find. So let's go right. We're going to go right this time. Okay, so we're back at the mushroom. We need to get away from that mushroom before we fall and drown again. Okay, so that way we went right. Let's go left. Okay, so this is new territory. We'll try going left. I really hope I don't get lost. This is so many different forks we come across. Is that new? I think this is the same as before. Okay, left. It was left, yes. Forward. Right. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we're somewhere new now. Maybe we won't die in 5 seconds. Okay. As you make your way forward, you discover a large cavern. An old-looking ship rests against the edge of the lake with debris scattered about the surrounding area. Inspect the ship. You cautiously walk down toward the ship. The air is chilling. And you fear it won't be a good idea to stay here too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. You climb aboard the ship. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are only welcomed by the tickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. You move about to see where you can go. Every footstep you take feels heavy as you hear the sound of wood cracking under your feet. Oh, you feel the ship has been here for quite some time. Well, considering these ships were made in up until the late 1700s, I'm gonna also guess that it's old. You explore under the deck of the ship. Nothing but the sound of your footsteps bounce about the structure of the ship. Oh, we're in a kitchen. From one room to another, you come to discover a kitchen, although there is nothing unique about it. You feel you should take a moment to inspect it. Inspect the drawers. You pull out one after another, finding that they have been emptied. Dust spreads about the air as you disturb their rest. Checking underneath, you discover a rusty knife resting upon the floor. You find that there are plenty of hardened rat droppings dotting the edge of the wall. Lovely. You take the knife in hopes that you may defend yourself with it. We have a knife! Oh, what do we do with it? Maybe we can use it against that tentacle monster that's in the straight ahead pathway at the beginning. I wonder. Inspect the oven. You see a lone pot resting upon a dusty stovetop. You gaze downward and open the oven door. Nothing but ash fill the oven chamber. You close the oven door. Alright, move on. You continue your lonely tour of the ship, only to find that there is nothing of use or value. Did we make it out alive? I can hardly believe it. You make your way back to the deck and decide to continue your search. Again, you find nothing much but empty rooms left to remain in the dark solitude. You discover a door with fancy markings about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided? You discover the room of the captain. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have been left alone in this room. Before you rests an old wooden desk with papers and assumed belongings of the captain. There is a small bed off near the corner of the room and some chairs in the other. You have a feeling deep down that you shouldn't take anything. Other than the lamp and other objects, there is a small stack of papers in contrast to a lone paper resting by itself. Approaching the desk, you begin to inspect the papers resting on the desk. Let's look at the loan document. Notice to the crew. Due to our unexpected predicament, everyone is being split up into groups of 2 and 3. Scouting assignments will be given until we find a more habitable place to settle. For now, we must do what we can. Alright, that was a loan document. Is a stack of papers going to murder us? Peering about the pages of this collective pile of documents, you realize that most of these are personal notes or journal entries. There's a lot of journals in this game. You pick a few and begin to read. Day 7. The voyage has gone quite smooth as we begin our second week away from home. The spirits of the men are high as we anticipate the discovery of new islands that lie beyond our documented knowledge. It has been my dream to accomplish something world-changing. Together we move forward with hearts and unbreakable spirits. Day 66. It has been just over 2 months out at sea, and we have yet to discover anything new. We have suffered through many storms, and sickness has plagued the ship recently. Oh, I wonder if they brought the plague that's all over the place. Several of my favored crew have passed on to the next life. Yeah, we've passed on to the second life a few times so far, haven't we? I see a growing doubt in the eyes of the men. I see a growing doubt in the eyes of my fellow laborers as our voyage continues day after day. Food rations have begun to cut in half in fears that we may have to turn back. I dare not let myself think of failure. Those men who have lost their lives, the sacrifices to make this voyage possible, I cannot let them be in vain. Day 91. It has come to roughly 3 months out here in the endless blue. With much pain we have turned around. Yes, we are headed for home port. We have just enough food to make it back, in just hope that we have a smooth journey back. The spirits of the crew are low and bitter due to our failure. I do not let myself get caught up in thinking of it. Truly, we did not intend for this to happen. Seeing that there is little left to see, you take your leave. The wood underneath your feet crackle as you exit the vessel. You make your way back to where the tunnel divides. Alright, was that right? I think that was right, so let's go left. And that'll take us back to the beginning. Good, so now we're gonna go forward. Okay, so I think now with the knife, when this monster here attacks us, we could probably fight it off. I can't think of anything right now for what other reason we'd need the knife for. Let's go left. Oh, there we go. You remember the knife you have found and struggle to bring it out. With success, you hold the knife and begin to cut away at the appendages that bind you. Yes! Oh my goodness. A ray of hope. The room vibrates as you cut, and the creature immediately leaves you alone. Thank goodness. It takes you a moment to catch your breath. You come to a divide. Which way do you go? Let's try left. Oh, so that one also loops us around. Okay, so we will try the right way. Go right. Oh, it doesn't even come after us again. The path you walk comes to an end. Before you shines a pillar of light. Oh, it's a little symbolic. The light rests on a corpse that seems to have been here for quite a while. Near the corpse stands a lone flower. For some reason, you feel hope enter your heart as you gaze upon the flower. There is something special about the scene, but you can't put your finger on it. Perhaps it may be best to leave it in reverence for now. Interesting. Oh, here we go. So I forgot we actually didn't go through all the paths that were available on the left side, so I did that just now. I tried the right option when we entered, and now we've entered a very dark room, it seems like. You struggle forward as the way before you becomes completely dark. You notice that there is a light off in the distance. You continue to make your way forward. We're in a room. Eventually you make it to some sort of concrete room. Turning around, you see a hole in the wall where you came from. Your guess is that it wasn't part of the initial design. You turn around to see a door. There being little to nothing in the room, you decide to move through the doorway. You find yourself in what looks like a basement. You turn about to discover that in each direction there's a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floor and the corners of the room. You notice that there are several markings on the door and floor, some of which scare you. You got a bad feeling about this place. Oh my god, it's a cult. Oh, that is a lot of options. Okay, let's inspect the supplies. There might be something we need. You walk about the room, browsing through the dust-covered storage. You find some rope in one of the boxes. It feels strong to the touch and has minimal wear. You decide to take the rope. Oh, we have a rope. Oh, we have a rope. I wonder if there's anything we've seen so far that we could use a rope for. I can't help, I keep thinking about that orb. I want that orb. Alright, we'll go with our lefts. You enter a small room with a hole in the wall. There are other objects in the room, but none of them interest you. We'll continue. Move forward into the darkness. Did we come in this way? Left. Let's try and go back to where we were. Oh, so we just backtrack. Okay, so no left. Okay, so left takes us back to the cave somehow. Let's try the middle door. Oh no. You enter a room full of metal cages. Before you is a hallway marked with questionable markings. You don't like the feeling you have about this place. Whatever's in these cages surely did not like to be locked up. Yeah, and there's something, like, dead in there. I hope it wasn't animals. I really hope it also wasn't animals that are going to kill us. You notice that there's an animal in the cage on the left side of the room. Oh, but the dark stains on its fur. It's dead. Oh, that is so sad. That makes me sad. You cautiously walk down the hallway, entering a room with 2 cell doors. Oh, that is creepy as F. Oh, Nope, before you can do anything, a large hound leaps in front of you. I don't know if that's a hound. The beast doesn't look very vicious. Are you kidding me? But one wrong move can surely be the end of you. Yeah, was proven right a few times. You pull out the knife and prepare for an attack. The dog reacts and starts to growl at you. Well, that was stupid. Why did you pull out a weapon and make it angry? Pretty much. That's what I would have done if I was the dog. The hound dashes at you and sinks its teeth into you. Even with the knife, you merely cut at the beast before it knocks the knife out of your hand. You do not survive long and die a painful death. That does look extremely painful. Dog bites do not feel good. Your adventure ends here. Who's a good boy? That's what the achievement's called. So we'll take the right one this time. We haven't tried it yet. You enter a small room. There is a large cauldron in the center of the room with wood resting beneath it. There is nothing on the shelves, as if someone had cleaned the place out. You look into the pot but find nothing in it. With nothing else to see, you exit the room. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Resident Evil. When you find an old abandoned like Umbrella Corp facility, and then the whole place has been like deserted and everything's a mess, no one's around, there's not very much of use lying around, but what you do find are a bunch of lickers that you can barely, almost not even kill, but they kill you like pretty quickly because they're lickers and they're unstoppable. You walk up the steps. Oh, okay, so we entered the door behind us. I had forgotten that was an option. I was just about ready to leave. It's a good thing I didn't. So now we're at a staircase. You walk up the steps. You enter a large room. The air is polluted with dust and spider webs cover the walls and ceiling. Where should you go now? We can go upstairs, downstairs, or the far door. Or we can go outside. What is outside? Oh, it's so many options. Well, I'm going to pause it here before we get into any of these, because this is a bit of a slippery slope. We're never going to stop if I don't stop now. This is going good so far. I'm really glad we made some progress in this cave, because I was worried we would just be going around in circles for hours. It actually hasn't taken that long. It's been 24 minutes so far. So next time we will explore the upstairs, the downstairs, what's behind this door in front of us, and we'll check out what's outside. I wonder if it has anything to do with that gated area we came to before we came to the tree with the passcode we had to figure out. If you guys would like to play this game, I will leave the link in the description along with the website of the amazing developer who made this. So for now, thanks for watching, thanks for being my player too, and until next time, don't get scared without me.